like someone is on already. Hello, welcome. It's working this week, yay. Would love to know who's here and where you are from. Sheila, yay. We're going to be working on back bends today, so woohoo! Perfect day for you to be here. Morning, those of you joining. Yippee. Yeah, I know. Back bends are fun. Welcome, everyone. So good to be here with you. For our practice today, for these shorter sequences, I always recommend a couple blocks, but you don't necessarily need to use them. It's mainly if you like to use them for your practice. And we are going to get started in a few more minutes. I always start a little bit after the official start time. Oh, hello. Hiemi from Germany. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, first of all? Nice to have you. Hey, Megan. Oh, yay, Megan and Sheila. It's part of the crew. So, welcome, those of you joining. We're just doing a little bit of a check-in before we get started, and I always start a couple minutes after the official start time to ensure that everyone has an opportunity to get in. There's a chat box on the side here, so if you would like to say hello, I would love to hear from you. Please tell me who you are, whether I know you or not. I can't see you, so tell me that you're here and also where you're from. I think I'm going to keep this on for another minute. It's kind of cold here today. And Hiemi, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, I would love to know how you heard about this class. Make sure my framing is still good. Yep. One last little check because we will be getting started soon. Those of you on, if you could, one of your Facebook friends. Awesome. So wonderful to meet you. So also, it sounds like because you are responding in the chat box that you can all hear me, but I would love to, like, for one of you to type like, yes, can hear you well, sounds good. That would be fantastic. Okay, good, thanks for confirming, Sheila. And we had better get rolling. If people are running late, they'll just join when they do. When I go to my mat, you go to yours, and we'll get this party started. Okay? And come into a comfortable seated position. We'll start briefly sitting. And this is a 45-minute practice with a focus on some back bends. Rest your hands on your thighs, close your eyes. Begin to draw your attention within. And simply note how you're feeling in this moment. Taking a moment to pause. And to gear up for the active part of class, let's join one another for a few rounds of Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale deeply to prepare. Exhale, empty out completely. Create a light tone at the back of your throat. Tone and lift your pelvic floor. Inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your next inhale, join your palms together at the center of your chest. Exhale, empty out completely. And inhale for 1 Om. Gently blink your eyes open. Lower your hands down to your thighs and make your way into downward facing dog. You can come into the pose gradually, introducing movement into your body, or come into the pose and be still right away. Give yourself permission to approach this shape in exactly the way that your body is calling for. And breathe. One more breath here. And if you decided to move, make your body more still. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands. Bend your left knee and lower it down and point your left foot and come up into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Perhaps sink a little deeper in your right leg. Then clasp your left wrist with your right hand and tip your torso a little bit to your right. Stretch up, out, and over. And take one more breath. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, place your hands down onto the floor. Keep your left palm planted firmly. Turn your chest to your right. Okay. You can stay here if this is enough stretch on the front of your left thigh. Or bend your left knee, lift your left foot off the floor. Or you can even clasp the outer edge of your foot and hug your left heel toward your left hip. Just a couple more breaths here. Starting to prep ourselves for our back bending poses. And slowly release the clasp on your left foot. Lower your right palm down. Step back to plank. Inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down to your belly with control. Point your feet, stretch your arms back, turning your palms up toward the ceiling. Come up into Shalabhasana. Stretch back through your toes, stretch back through your fingertips. Everything really strong in this position. And with your legs and chest up, place your palms underneath your shoulders. Press down and forward, rock back until the tops of your feet touch the floor. Draw from your feet into your hips and your hips up into your chest. Exhale, lower your chest all the way back down. Curl your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way up between your hands. Bend your right knee and lower it down and point your right foot. And lift your torso up. Anjaneyasana. Perhaps lunge a little deeper in your left leg. Then clasp your right wrist with your left hand. Tip your torso a little bit to your left. And breathe. A couple more breaths here. And inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, place your hands on the floor. Plant your right palm firmly and turn your chest to your left. Stretch your left arm back. Either stay here or bend your right knee, lift your right foot off the floor. Or even take it deeper. Clasp the outer edge of your right foot and hug your right heel in toward your right hip. Couple more breaths where you are. Okay, good. Then slowly release the clasp. Place your left hand down onto the floor. Step back plank, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly with control. Point your feet, stretch your arms back, turning your palms up toward the ceiling. And come up into Shalabhasana, locust pose. Stretch back through your toes and through your fingertips. And keep your legs and chest up. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Press down and forward, rock back until the tops of your feet touch the floor. Draw from your feet into your hips and your hips up into your chest. Exhale, lower your chest all the way back down. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And take one more inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms down by your sides, stand tall, Tadasana. Surya Namaskar A, one time. Inhale, lift your arms up, reach up. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, curl your chest up, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Okay. Now from here, Vashisthasana side plank. Start by bringing your feet and legs all the way together to touch. Look up between your hands and shift forward about 2/3 of the way toward plank until your shoulders are just behind your wrists. Spin to the outer edge of your right foot, stack your left foot on top. Press down and forward with your right hand and stretch your left arm up. Slide your shoulder blades down your back, maybe even look up. One more inhale here. Exhale, place your left hand down onto the floor and come back into regular plank and to downward facing dog. Then bring your feet and legs all the way together again, second side. Shift 2/3 of the way forward toward plank until your shoulders are slightly behind your wrists. Spin to the outer edge of your left foot, stack your right foot on top. Press down and forward with your left hand and stretch your right arm up. Keep on sliding your shoulder blades down your back. One more inhale here. Exhale, place your right hand down onto the floor. And come into plank and downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Last inhale here. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms down by your sides, stand tall, Tadasana. Now, if your feet came apart, bring them all the way together. Stretch your arms up over your head. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. Tip your torso to your right. And lengthen all the way from your left foot on the floor, out through your left index finger. Another breath. Inhale, come back up through center, tip your torso to your left. Stretch and lengthen from your right foot all the way out through your right index finger, and breathe. Inhale, come back up through center. Then exhale, place your hands on your hips, bend your knees, step or hop your feet out hip width distance apart. Lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up. Send your thighs forward and lean your upper chest back. And draw from your ankles all the way into your hips. Zip from your pubic bone all the way to your sternum. Come up over and back. Standing back bend. Just a little back bend. Keep everything strong. And tone your belly to lift your torso all the way back up. Bend your knees and step or hop your feet back in. From here, bring your right thigh up into your chest. Start by interlacing your fingers around the front of your shin and try to get it up as high as possible. Keep your left leg really strong. Okay, good. Now try to keep your thigh this high and place your hands on your hips. Yeah. Okay. Now keep your leg as it is and just simply move your leg back behind you. So keep your knee bent, move your leg behind you so it's more of a hamstring engagement now. You feel some sensation on the back of your right thigh. Keep on hugging your right heel in. You got it. Okay. Then reach back, clasp the outer edge of your right foot, and hug your right heel in towards your right hip. Line up the fronts of your thighs to give yourself a quadricep stretch. We'll add on to this next time. But for now, try to keep your heel close to your right hip and come back into the hamstring curl. Bring your palms together at the center of your chest. Lean forward, stretch your right leg straight, come into warrior three. And one more inhale here. And exhale, lower your right foot, ball of your right foot down to the floor, spin your right heel in and down, and come up into warrior one. Either keep your gaze straight forward or draw your gaze up and join your palms. Anchor through your right heel and stretch from your right heel all the way up to your fingertips. One more inhale here, reach up. And exhale, step back and lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, curl your chest up, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And inhale, look up toward your hands. Bend your knees and either crawl or slide to the top of your mat on your shins. And stand up on your knees. Ustrasana, side one. Okay, so just like we did in the standing back bend, lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up, send your thighs forward, lead your upper chest back. Lift up from the fronts of your thighs. Zip from your pubic bone to your sternum, come up over and back, lean back. Then bring your right hand down to your right heel, left hand to left heel. If that's not accessible, keep your hands on your hips and come into the back bend. Couple more breaths here in Ustrasana. But pressing your thighs forward, lifting your chest up. And strengthen your abdominal muscles. Bring your right hand to your right hip, left hand to your left hip. Lift your torso back up. And place your hands just in front of your knees. And either step back through Vinyasa or pop it up and back. Chaturanga. Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Listen carefully. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward and through to sit down. And lie down. Place your feet hip-width distance apart on the floor. With your arms by your sides, turn your palms to face down. So this shape will be very similar to Ustrasana. It's called bridge pose. Peel your buttocks off the floor, low back, middle back, upper back. Really press down through your palms and through your arms. You're getting muscles on your back to engage. They come across your back, the latissimus dorsi, all the way into the gluteal muscles on the opposite side. It's like a muscle, a lot of strength in an X formation on your back. One more inhale. And then lower your hips all the way back down. Bring your thighs into your chest. Place your hands on your shins. Begin to rock up and down your spine. And once you have enough momentum, cross your shins, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Okay, Vashisthasana on the right side. Bring your feet and legs all the way together. Look up toward your hands. Shift forward 2/3 of the way. Spin to the outer edge of your right foot. Stack your left foot on top. Press down and forward with your right hand. Stretch your left arm up. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Now, if you feel steady here, lift your left foot off your right a few inches. And that's it for now. Hold. Take another breath. And stack your left foot on top of your right again. Place your left hand down onto the floor and come into downward facing dog. Inhale here. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, stretch up. Exhale, lower your arms all the way down by your sides, stand tall. Again, lift your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, stretch up. Tip your torso to your right. And take a couple breaths here. Lengthen through the left side of your body. Inhale, come back up through center. Tip your torso to your left. And stretch and lengthen through the right side of your body. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, place your hands on your hips. Bend your knees, step or hop your feet out, hip-width distance apart. Lengthen your buttocks down. Lift your low belly in and up. Send your thighs forward and lean your upper chest back. And lift up through the fronts of your legs. Zip up through the front of your torso. Come up over and back. Lean back. Good. And tone your belly more to lift your torso all the way back up. Bend your knees and step or hop your feet back in. From here, lift your left thigh up and towards your belly. Interlace your fingers on the front of your shin and bring it up even higher. And try to keep your left thigh this high. Place your hands back on your hips, using your hip flexor muscles, even stronger. Keep your left knee bent, and then bring your left leg back behind you. I'm switching the muscular actions that are working to hold your leg in this position, which is your hamstrings, the back of your thigh, maybe your gluteal muscles a little. Okay. And reach back, clasp the outer edge of your left foot, hug your left heel in toward your left hip. Line up the fronts of your thighs and give yourself a quadricep stretch. Then slowly release, trying to keep your left heel close to your left hip. Come into the hamstring curl again. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. Come into warrior three. Lower your torso down. Stretch your left leg straight. Stretch back through your left heel and stretch forward through the crown of your head. And take one more breath. Okay. Bend your right knee. Lower the ball of your left foot down. Spin your left heel in and down and come up into warrior one. Either keep your gaze straight forward or draw your gaze up and join your palms. Anchor through your left heel and draw from your left heel all the way up into your fingertips. And take one more breath. Last inhale. Exhale, step back and lower down chaturanga. Inhale, curl your chest up, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Then inhale, look up towards your hands. Exhale, crawl or slide to the top of your mat and stand up on your shins. Place your hands on your hips. Lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up. Send your thighs forward and lean your upper chest back. Lift up through the fronts of your thighs. Zip up through the front of your torso. Come up over and back. There we are. Bring your left hand to your left heel. Right hand to your right heel. Again, if that feels like too much, just keep your hands on your hips and lean back. And keep everything really strong. Place your left hand on your left hip, right hand on your right hip. Tone your belly to lift your torso all the way up. Place your hands in front of your knees. Either step or pop it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. One more inhale here. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward and through to sit down and lie down. Place your feet hip-width distance apart on the floor. Place your palms down to the floor. Again, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. Peel your buttocks off the floor, low back, middle back, upper back. Press down through both arms. And keep the muscles on your back. And keep your gluteal muscles engaged here. One more inhale. Exhale, lower your hips all the way down. Bring your thighs into your chest. Place your hands on your shins. Begin to rock up and down your spine. And once you have enough momentum, cross your shins. Step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Okay, Vashisthasana, left side. Bring your feet and legs all the way together. Look up towards your hands. Shift forward 2/3 of the way so your shoulders are just behind your wrists. Spin to the outer edge of your left foot. Stack your right foot on top. Press down and forward with your left hand and stretch your right arm up. Again, if you feel stable here, lift your right foot off your left. A few inches, several inches. But stay steady, especially with the bottom arm, bottom shoulder. And stack up again. Place your right hand down onto the floor and come into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply here. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms down by your side, stand tall, Tadasana. Stretch your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, tip your torso to your right. Lengthen from your left foot all the way out through your left index finger. And take another breath. Inhale, come up through center, tip your torso to your left. Stretch from your right foot all the way out through your right index finger. And breathe. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, place your hands on your hips, bend your knees, and step or hop your feet out, hip-width distance apart. Lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up. Send your thighs forward, lean your upper chest back. Lift up through your legs. Zip from your pubic bone to your sternum. Come up over and back, lean back. And breathe, little sips of breath. And tone your belly to lift your torso all the way back up. Bend your knees, step or hop your feet back in. This time, bring your right thigh into your chest. Reach your right hand down, clasp your right big toe, and stretch your right leg forward. Utthita Hasta Pangushtasana. And draw your right arm and right leg out to the side. Utthita Parshva Hasta Pangushtasana. And hugging in and up to your outer left hip. Stay strong. Draw your right arm and right leg back forward. Okay, now here's the tricky part. Slowly start to release the clasp on your toe, but try to keep your right leg up. Flex your right foot. And then swoop your right leg through and back. Bend your right knee, coming back into the hamstring curl we were in on the first round. And spend a little bit of time feeling that hamstring engagement so that we can use it in our back bend. Reach back, clasp the outer edge of your right foot. Hug your inner thighs in toward one another. Stretch your left arm forward, parallel to the floor. Then, Natarajasana, dancer pose. Kick back and up. Try to keep on lifting your chest up for this one too. It's an upright form of the pose, where your chest keeps lifting and the back side tries to come up toward parallel to the floor. And kick back, stretch forward. Kick back and stretch forward. One more time, kick back and keep stretching forward. And keep kicking into your right hand as you come back to center into the hamstring curl. Remove the clasp on your right foot, but keep your leg in position. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. And warrior three, lower your chest, torso down, stretch your right leg straight. Pause for a breath here. Bend your left knee, guide the ball of your right foot down to the floor. And then come up into crescent lunge. Good. And release your fingers, release your index fingers, tip your torso to your left. So just like the Anjaneyasana side bend, now the knees off the floor. Inhale, come back up to center. Bend your right knee, lower, hover above the floor, and then straighten. Inhale, lower and hover above the floor, and inhale, straighten. One more time, lower, hover, and inhale, straighten. This time, touch all the way down softly and point your right foot. Place your hands on your hips. Lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up. And keeping that engagement, those actions, maybe bend your left knee a little bit deeper. Draw up the front of your right thigh. Zip from your pubic bone to your sternum. Come up over and back like Ustrasana in this lunging position. Anjaneyasana. And tone your belly, lift your torso back up. And bring your hands down by the sides of your left foot. Curl your right toes under, lift your right knee, and then come forward and up into standing split. You can walk your hands forward or keep your hands by the sides of your left foot and fold in. One more breath here. And walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. Up to you. Okay. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. So begin to make your way there if you haven't already. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And inhale, look up towards your hands. Bend your knees. Crawl or slide to the top of your mat on your shins and stand up on your knees. Okay. So this time around, we'll come into either Ustrasana or Laghu Vajrasana. It involves placing your hands on the backs of your thighs, and I'll talk you through that. It involves a leaning back and coming back up to center. Okay, so let's come after this. Lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up. Lift up through the fronts of your thighs, zip from your pubic bone to your sternum, come up over and back. Now, if camel pose feels like the better option right now, stay there. Bring your hands down to your heels. If you're coming after little thunderbolt, Laghu Vajrasana, walk your hands down the backs of your thighs until your arms are straight. You may stay here, or start to lean your thighs back. Keep the same shape, and draw your head down toward the floor, and then come back up, right? So the aim should be only coming down so far that you can come all the way back up. If you're still going, a couple more times. Okay, so stand all the way up. Hello, quadriceps. Place your hands in front of your knees. Either step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward and through to sit down and lie down. Place your feet hip-width distance apart on the floor. You can come after bridge pose again, or this time around, I'll cue you through upward facing bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Peel your buttocks off the floor, your middle back, lower and your upper back. And press down through your feet. Keep your legs strong. Press down through your hands and come onto the crown of your head. Plug your arm bones in. Lift your shoulder blades up your back. Then press down through feet and hands to straighten your arms and come up. Try to feel that same engagement. Muscles on the back, on your back, leading down into the gluteal muscles. Hug your upper arms and toward the sides of your head. Keep on pressing down through the inner edges of your feet. One more inhale. And on your exhale, make your way all the way down with control. Bring your thighs into your chest. Place your hands on your shins. Begin to rock up and down your spine. Once you have momentum, cross your shins, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Bring your feet and legs all the way together for Vashisthasana variation. Shift forward 2/3 of the way. Spin to the outer edge of your right foot. Stack your left foot on top. Press down and forward with your right hand and stretch your left arm up. Then lift your left foot off of your right. If you're taking this further, stretch your left arm along your side. Bend your knee. Reach back. Clasp the outer edge of your foot for Baby Kapinjalasana. And kick back into your left hand. And even if you didn't choose to lift the foot, now bring the ball of your left foot back behind your right. Turn your hips and chest up toward the ceiling. Stretch your left arm up and over for a very low kind of form of flip dog. And draw your left hand up and around, keeping your right arm strong. And come into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Take one more inhale here. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasan. Exhale, lower your arms all the way down by your sides. And stretch your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. Tip your torso to your right. Stretch and lengthen, and breathe. Inhale, come back up through center. Tip your torso to your left, and breathe here. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, place your hands on your hips. Bend your knees, step or hop your feet out hip width distance apart. Lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up. Send your thighs forward, lean your upper chest back. And zip from your ankles all the way into your hips, from your pubic bone to your sternum. And breathe. And tone your belly to lift your torso back up. Bend your knees, step or hop your feet back in. Bend your left thigh, bring your left thigh up and towards your belly. This time around, reach down, clasp your left big toe. Stretch your left leg forward. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. And breathe. And draw your left arm and left leg out to the side. Utthita Parshvahasta Padangusthasana. And draw your left arm and left leg back forward. Pause here. And ever so slowly release the clasp on your left big toe. Keep your left foot flexed. Okay, and then swoop your left leg through and back. Bend your left knee. Hug your left heel towards your left hip. Your buttocks on your left hand side. Engaging your hamstring muscles. And reach back with your left hand. Clasp the outer edge of your left foot. Hug your inner thighs in and stretch your right arm forward. Natharajasana. Kick back and up. Keep on lifting your chest up as you kick back and up. And I want this to be a pretty upright form of the pose. Keep on kicking back and stretching forward. Kick back and stretch forward. One more time, kick back and stretch forward. Keep on kicking into your left hand as you come back into the hamstring curl position. And then slowly release the clasp on your left foot. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. And then come into warrior three. Lower your chest down, straighten your left leg. Take another breath here. And then standing split. Actually, no, from here, bend your left knee, guide the ball of your left foot down to the floor, come up into crescent lunge. We'll get there. Standing split later. Interlace your fingers, release your index fingers. Tip your torso to your right. Taking this stretch all the way up into the iliopsoas. Then come back up to center with your torso. Bend your left knee, lower down, and hover. And straighten. 2 more times, bend your left knee, lower, hover. And inhale, straighten. Last time, lower, hover. And inhale, straighten. This time, come all the way down, touch down softly. Point your left foot. Place your hands on your hips. Lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up. If you can maintain those actions, bend your right knee a little deeper. Then, draw from your left foot all the way up into your hips. Zip from your pubic bone to your sternum, come up over and back, and lean back. Anjaneyasana. On the left side, very similar to Ustrasana. And tone your belly more to lift your torso all the way back up. Exhale, place your hands down onto the floor. Step back, plank, inhale. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. I missed something. Place your right foot up between your hands. Standing split. You can walk your hands in front of your foot, or you can keep your hands beside your right foot. And take another breath here. Walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple little hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. Okay, and we'll meet in downward facing dog, so begin to make your way there if you haven't already. Good. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Bring your feet and legs all the way together to touch. Look up towards your hands. Shift forward 2/3 of the way so your shoulders are just behind your wrists. Spin to the outer edge of your left foot, stack your right foot on top. Press down and forward with your left hand. Stretch your right arm up. Lift your right leg off your left a few inches. And then if you want to take it further, draw your right arm along your side, bend your right knee, reach back, clasp the outer edge of your foot, and kick back. Baby Kapinjalasana. And even if you opted not to do this variation, now bring the ball of your right foot back behind your left. Calmly turn your hips, your chest up toward the ceiling. Stretch your right arm up and over toward the front edge of your mat. Essentially toward your left hand. Keep your left shoulder, left arm really strong as you come up and around and into downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Take one more inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskara. Exhale, lower your arms down by your sides, stand tall, Tadasana. Stretch your arms up over your head, interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, tip your torso to your right. Come back up through center, tip your torso to your left. There we go. Inhale, come back up through center. And exhale, this time around, place your hands on your hips. Bring your right thigh into your chest. Reach down, clasp your right big toe, stretch your right leg forward. We're going to skip the standing back bend. And draw your right arm and right leg out to your right. And draw your right arm and right leg back forward. Keep your right leg up, slowly release the clasp, flex your right foot. Then swoop your right leg through and back. Hug your right heel towards your buttocks on your right hand side, hamstring curl. Reach back, clasp the outer edge of your right foot, stretch your left arm forward for Natarajasana. Kick back and up. But lifting your chest up, try to draw your right thigh up until it's parallel-ish toward the floor. Kick back, stretch forward. One more time, kick back and stretch forward. Keep kicking into your right hand as you come back to center. Come into hamstring curl again, finger palms to the center of your chest. And come into warrior 3. And this time, come into standing split. Place your hands on the floor, fold down over your left shin, stretch your right heel higher. One more breath. Walk your hands forward, either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Make your way there. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot all the way between your hands and come up into warrior two. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back up through warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Either forearm to thigh, fingertips to the floor, hand down to a block. Switch your left arm over your face and peek up. When pressing down through your right heel. Then inhale, come back up through warrior two, straighten your right leg, come into triangle pose. Tip your torso to your right. Either hand to shin, fingertips to the floor, hand down to a block. Turn your chest up and look up. And look down toward your right foot, bend your right knee, come forward and up into half moon pose. Draw from your right foot all the way into your right hip. Stretch your left heel back, the crown of your head forward. Then bend your left knee, reach back, clasp the other edge of your left foot, come into Ardha Chandra Chakrasana, kick back. Good. And slowly release the clasp on your left foot, stretch your left leg straight. Again, bend your right knee, guide your left foot down to the floor, very calmly, steadily, and come up into warrior two. Exhale, place both hands down onto the floor, step back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, curl your chest up, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. On your exhale, bend your knees, crawl or slide up to the top of your mat and stand up on your knees. Right, we're gonna do one more round of Laghu Vajrasana or Ustrasana, your choice. Place your hands on your hips. Lengthen your buttocks down, lift your low belly in and up. Send your thighs forward, lean your upper chest back. Neither, bring your hands down to your heels. Place your hands on the backs of your thighs and crawl down gradually until your arms are straight. And lean back, and then come back up so your thighs are vertical. Do that a few more times. Keep your legs strong. Okay, one more. And once you're all the way up, stand up on your knees. Place your hands in front of your knees and step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And take one more inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward and through to sit down and lie down. And yet one more round of Urdhva Dhanurasana. So either bridge pose or place your hands underneath your shoulders. Peel your buttocks off the floor, low back, middle back, upper back. If you're coming up the rest of the way, come up to the crown of your head, plug your arm bones in, lift your shoulder blades up your back, and straighten your arms, come up. Good. Couple more breaths here. One more inhale. On your exhale, come all the way down with control. Bring your thighs into your chest, place your hands on your shins. Begin to rock up and down your spine. And once you have enough momentum, cross your shins, step or hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. One more deep inhale. On your exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up, turn your palms stretch up. Exhale, lower your arms down by your side, stand tall. Okay, home stretch. Stretch your arms up over your head. Tip your torso to your right. And breathe here. Inhale, come back up through center, tip your torso to your left, and take a breath here. Inhale, come back up through center. Place your hands on your hips, bring your left thigh up into your chest, and reach down with your left hand, clasp your left big toe. Stretch your left leg forward. Take a breath. And bring your left arm and left leg out to your left, Utthita Parshvahasta Angushtasana. Draw your left arm and left leg back forward. Slowly release the clasp, but keep your left leg up, flex your left foot. Okay, swoop your left leg through and back, bend your left knee strongly, hug your left heel toward your left hip. And then reach back with your left hand, clasp the outer edge of your foot, hug your inner thighs in, stretch your right arm forward. Natarajasana, kick back and up. And keep on lifting your chest up as your left thigh lifts as well. And kick back and stretch forward.
Kick back and stretch forward. One more time, kick back, stretch forward. Keep kicking back as you come back into the hamstring curl position. Try to keep your left heel close to your left hip. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. And come into warrior three. Lower your torso down, stretch your left leg straight. And from here, come into standing split. Lower your hands down, fold your face in, perhaps even stretch your left leg higher. And walk your hands forward. Either come straight through Vinyasa or a couple hops up toward handstand on your way back through Vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog, so begin to make your way there. If you haven't already. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way between your hands and come up into warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Tip your torso over your right leg. Inhale, come back up through warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Either forearm to thigh, fingertips to the floor, hand down to a block. And stretch your right arm over your face. Peek up. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Straighten your left leg and come into triangle pose. Tip your torso to your left, either hand to shin, fingertips to the floor, or hand down to a block. Keep your legs really strong here. Then look down toward your left foot, bend your left knee, come forward and up into half moon pose. Bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand, clasp the outer edge of your right foot for Ardha Chandra Chakrasana, and kick back. And slowly release the clasp, stretch your right leg straight, bend your left knee, walk your left hand back by the side of your left foot, and guide your right foot down really slowly. Strengthen your legs and come up into warrior two. Exhale, bring both hands down. Step back and lower down Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Take one more inhale here. On your exhale, lower your knees down to the floor, sit back on your heels. Okay, so two options here. Option one, lie down on your back and do another couple rounds of Urdhva Dhanurasana. Option two, I'm going to guide you through coming into to flip dog from three-legged down dog. So it's going to be a little bit higher. And I'll also give you cues to bring it all the way around into Urdhva Dhanurasana, but you don't have to do that. Okay, so from downward facing dog, lift your right leg up, three-legged down dog. Stack your right hip on top of your left and bend your right knee. Then look up towards your hands. Shift forward like you're going to come into side plank. So about 2/3 of the way. Bend your left knee, spin to the outer edge of your left foot, and guide the ball of your right foot down to the floor. Start to turn your hips up toward the ceiling, turn your chest up toward the ceiling. Keep on sliding your left shoulder blade down your back. Keep your left arm really strong. Stretch your right arm up and over. And this might be plenty here. Okay? If you want to come into Urdhva Dhanurasana, start to bend your left elbow, bring your right hand down, turn your left palm around, walk your feet in, and bring your feet hip-width distance apart. Okay. And you can come down and then back to your mat from here. But to kind of swivel back in, lift your left hand up, turn your fingers towards your right hand as far as possible. Bring your right hand up and over, three-legged down dog. And lower your right foot all the way down. Okay, second side. Last hurrah. Lift your left leg up. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Bend your left knee. Then look up towards your hands. Shift forward about 2/3 of the way so your shoulders are just behind your wrists. Bend your right knee. Spin to the outer edge of your right foot. And bring the ball of your left foot down. Keep your right shoulder strong. Slide it onto your back. Turn your hips and chest up. And stretch your left arm up and over. Reach. You can stay here or bend your right elbow. Guide your left hand down. Turn your right hand around. Walk your feet in. Bring your feet hip-width distance apart. You can come down to your back from here or lift your right hand up. Turn your fingers as much as you can towards your left hand, maybe even further. Then bring your left arm up and around. Come into three-legged down dog. Lower your left foot down. Inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, walk or hop forward and through. to sit down and lie down. Hook your right ankle over the top of your left thigh and bring your legs into your chest for a figure four stretch. Really brief figure four stretch. And switch sides. Hook your left ankle over the top of your right thigh and breathe here. And bring both feet back down. Stretch your arms out by your sides and bring your shins up until they're parallel to the floor. And draw your legs down to your right. Twist your chest to your left. And look over your left arm. Breathe. Inhale, come back up to center. Draw your legs down to your left. Twist your chest to your right. Look over your right arm and breathe. Inhale, come back up to center. Hug your thighs into your chest and wrap your arms around your shins. You can stay here or come into happy baby or come into plow pose halasana. Up to you. Couple more breaths where you are. Okay. And then slowly make your way out of the shape that you're in and into a comfortable position for Savasana. Allow yourself to rest for a little while. And I will serenade you. Slowly begin to deepen your breath and start to feel awareness come back into your body little by little. As you're ready, bend one knee at a time and carefully roll to your right side. Make your way back up to a comfortable seated position. Join your palms together at the center of your chest. Rest your thumbs up close to your courageous hearts. Thank you so much for showing up with all of your skill, all of your persistence, for showing up in this challenging moment, during these challenging times. Thank you so much for the gift of your company. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So much fun to practice with you. I always love coming together, and just want you to know that last week, I'm so sorry for the technical difficulties. This will continue on Fridays at 9 a.m. So I hope to see you again at 9 a.m. next week. If you're interested in practicing online with me, it's like not live as well, so you can kind of like play whenever you want. I do have an online practice pack available through the Maze Method, which is my main mentor and teacher's company. If you want info about that, you can just send me an email at nicholchase@gmail.com. I'm going to put it in the chat box here. So have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I always like kicking it off with you. And I hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks all. And I'm going to keep this open for a little while so I can see your beautiful comments. Bye. Love ya. Al's here. Yay. Kristen, nice to have you. Oh, Laura. Yay. Cami, yeah, it'll get easier. It'll get easier. Thanks, Sheila. Yeah, come back again, Cami. It'll get easier. Ah, Sharon's here. Awesome, Mom. Okay, I'm going to log off for now. Love y'all. Stay safe and healthy. Bye.